Well, thanks, Minister. Now, your final question, I'm sorry.
No, actually, I haven't. I'm going back to my original questions,
okay.
none of which were conveniently answered. I'll just rehash maybe the Minister's a little bit tired.
I have taken on your
First question
time, so go ahead.
Was that GSOC, you've said that GSOC and the security companies will be cooperating with the judge's inquiry. Will you and the Garda Commissioner be cooperating with this inquiry? And why didn't you choose a compellability route rather than allowing him to ask for information?
Well, because I don't think, firstly on the last aspect of it, I don't think we need an elaborate and expensive inquiry, and I expect that anyone who the judge wishes to cooperate will cooperate, and I think that answers the first part of the question as well. I'm sure if the Garda Commissioner, I think the Garda Commissioner in fact has publicly stated that he would cooperate should he be required in any shape or form, and of course I'd cooperate. One of the initial things that my department will be doing is providing a complete pack of all the documents that's there, that we have and that I have, of relevance to this matter, and I'm presuming any additional documentation required from GSOC or Verimus or the different writs or anything else of relevance will be provided.
You're kind of answering questions I'm not asking you, and you'd be led to believe from what you're saying that actually yourself and the Garda Commissioner aren't included under the terms of reference. That is quite a specific issue with
the terms of reference are...
We'll know later, I suppose.
No, you'll see, Deputy, the terms of reference when they're published, but the terms of reference are about this issue. They're not about what you're looking for, which is some sort of political hanging.
No, I'm looking for what members of the public are looking for, a reasonable and comprehensive, transparent explanation for what has gone on over the past period in time. And I think it's relevant to my second question, which you didn't answer, which was, I noticed you failed to deal with the issue of whether there had been any authorised surveillance. You've said on the record that you haven't commissioned any.
It's quite simple, because you like to make a mystery of it. There's no authorised surveillance of GSOC of any description.
By
anybody.
Okay, can I...
By anybody.
Well,
why would there be authorised surveillance of GSOC? We're in the realms of total fantasy at this stage. If we could get away from fiction and come down to reality, it would be fantastic.
There's a lawful basis for which surveillance could be conducted.
Well, there's no authorised
surveillance. By the Defence Forces, by the Revenue Commissioners and by the Gardaí. Are you telling this House that you can categorically say that that has not been done? And what are you basing your evidence on? And how can you say that there is no elements of rogue Gardaí involved if, as you verified to Deputy Wallace, you never asked the Commissioner?
But the Minister, just to clarify, I think you have answered that there was no authorisation for surveillance by you, and you're also saying that no surveillance is authorised by any of those three agencies that under the law can do that.
Well, I want to know on what basis it's making
Well, you know something? I'm not sure I can talk on behalf of the Revenue Commissioners, but I've absolutely no idea why the Revenue Commissioners will be authorising surveillance.
But you're verifying that you can categorically say that neither the Defence Forces nor the Gardaí, and that's based on your own... He hasn't answered the question.
The answer is yes, Deputy.
You have asked that and you've received that. Can you answer the second part?
No, I haven't asked the Defence Forces have they been bugging GSOC, because there's absolutely no possibility the Defence Forces have been bugging GSOC, but I know it's the narrative that you're very attached
to. I'm just curious to know, but you're just saying now you haven't.
Sorry, can you just come through the chair, please? Come through the chair.
Let's not speculate anything. I'm talking about the legislative basis upon which authorised surveillance can take place, and there are three organisations which conduct. I've asked the Minister, upon what is he basing his assertion and statement?
Well, he's just clarified the following, and if I'm wrong, correct me. That the Garda Commissioner has already publicly clarified that they haven't. You've clarified that you haven't.
Yes.
You can't speak.
I should say, Chairman, there's a process that the Deputy may be familiar with, whereby there's a High Court judge oversight of certain types of surveillance.
Let me just continue. You haven't checked with the Defence Forces. In fairness, you're not in a position to confirm with them. Revenue, you feel, why the hell would they? But you're saying you don't know. So those two...
What I said also was he indicated earlier that he hadn't asked the Garda Commissioner on the basis upon which he was allegedly satisfied. So how do you know that that is the case? Because he told you. Is that the answer?
You're addicted to conspiracy theory.
No, I'm just asking. Did he answer or not?
We just have to disagree.
Okay, we're going to move on to your next question. Your final question. Yeah, your very last question. Sorry, folks, through the chair. Can we just get the meeting back to order? We're nearly there. It's been a long session.
Absolutely.
Can we just get it through the chair?
The Minister has misrepresented and selectively quoted throughout practically most of his submission today was allegedly relying on what GSOC had said. Now, GSOC and Kieran Fitzgerald did say that there was no evidence of Garda misconduct. That is true. Can the Minister state that it is equally the case that there is no evidence of Garda being exonerated in this situation? It is really a yes or no answer, and that we haven't had a satisfactory...
Let's have an answer.
Well, I think the Deputy is probably fond of the question of asking someone, when did you stop beating your wife? We're going around in ever-decreasing circles. Chairman, I can't add any further to what I've said or to what members of GSOC have said on these matters.
Right, we're letting in Deputy Flanagan now.